Happening right now, a news conference on our top story. The United Bodegas of America and the New York State Federation of Taxi Drivers are speaking following the tragic shooting death of a young boy outside a Bronx deli. Take a listen.
Here in the bodega behind me. His name was Jacob. He was 11 or 12 years old, and he lost his life here in the Bronx. We also have here the brother Hazma of Danish Sarwar, who's a cab driver who was shot in the neck and is still in critical condition in the hospital in Brooklyn. And then there was MD Amin, who was also shot in the face a few days ago in Brooklyn as well. We are just tired of having these press conferences speaking about gun violence, whether it's in a bodega, whether it's in a cab. It's gun violence on our streets. And you always hear the politicians, those that we elect to protect us, speaking about the aftermath. Guns, 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 too many guns. But what are they doing? They're doing nothing until a 12-year-old gets killed, cab drivers get shot, and you're here to report the story. Then they all have something to say, right? We know what the remedy is because we've lived through this before. The remedy is very simple. The governor, the mayor, instead of having a day out watching a FIFA game at Rikers with criminals, be advocating for victims. Protect the victims and their families. How? Anyone that gets caught with an illegal gun in New York City should face a mandatory 3 to 5 years, the way Pataki had it years ago, and Giuliani had it years ago, where there was respect for police officers, where they'd make an arrest and it would stick, not make an arrest and minutes later the person is out because he couldn't afford bail. Right? We're dealing with a very serious matter here that affects all the small businesses. His brother is in a hospital, almost died. He's paralyzed on the left-hand side of his body. Jacob's parents are mourning their little boy's death today. And the United Bodegas of America is very concerned about every bodega owner that's out there. Because as you saw in the videos that we sent you, very graphic ones, this kid went into the bodega to buy a ball. Walks out, sees a fight. Then he gets shot. He runs back into the bodega because he lives in the area and he's a regular in that bodega seeking refuge. But no, he didn't make it. 12 years old. He did not make it. Where is Mondami? Where is the governor? When are they going to come out and say, if you get caught with an illegal gun in New York City, you're going to do 3 to 5 years mandatory? That's what we need. That's what New Yorkers need. We don't need to hear stats. We have the lowest gun violence in history. We don't want to hear that shit. We're tired of hearing that shit because it's bullshit. Tell that to Jacob's parents. Tell that to every bodega owner. Tell that to Sarwar's family. Tell it to Amin's family and tell it to all the other victims of gun violence in New York. If we don't get tough with crime, we're not going to solve the problem. Jacob is going to be missed. 12 years old. I could not, as a parent, live with myself. You know, kids can't come out on the streets of the Bronx, all right? And we have to single out Brooklyn and the Bronx, because that's where most of the shit is going down, right? That's where most of the shootings, the murders, the assaults, the robberies, the looting, the killings, the stabbings take place. A week ago, there was another stabbing right up the block. Someone was killed there. So the United Bodegas of America is offering a $5,000 reward to anyone that could give us information. And we want Jacob's parents to know that we will be there to support them financially during this terrible incident. And the New York State Federation of Taxi Drivers is offering $10,000 reward for anyone that can give us information on the two shootings that left two cab drivers in the hospital. God knows how long they're going to be there. You know, we are all immigrants. We are all people of color. Why do we have to be killing each other, shooting crazy? Bullets don't have eyes. They're not going to go where you want it to go. Bullets go everywhere. And any bystander to an event could become the victim. If you see a brawl, don't stay there and watch. Try to get away from it because you don't know who's going to pull out a weapon and kill you. That's what happened to young Jacob. You could see it on the video. But there was a woman with a baby in a stroller next to him. It could have been that baby. It could have been the mother. It could have been anybody. There were 3 people shot here. 3. And he lost his life. So once again, our call to action is directed to the governor and to the mayor of this city. Let's get tough on crime. Let's stop giving a pass. If you're in jail for a reason. Teach them a skill if you want, but don't go out there watching a freaking FIFA game and enjoying dinner with people that are in jail because they committed a crime. That's not the right message to send. And that's why there's so many guns on our streets today. The guns are out on the streets today because nothing is being done when these people get caught with the guns. Okay? And you know what? It's not the white, the Asian, the Indians that are killing people in our community. It's black and Hispanics that are killing us, each other. And you know, we've got to speak the truth. The truth needs to be heard. And the truth is that we are not helping our community. We're hurting our community. And that's what we need to do. Thank you. If you have any questions, I will gladly answer them.
Do we know if this particular store had one of the panic buttons that some of the bodegas had, and was it used when Jacob came inside?
The bodega did have a panic button. It all happened so fast. Unfortunately, we were told PD didn't arrive here for quite some time. The ambulance didn't arrive here quite some time, some 10 minutes I was told. Okay, I can't verify that, but the videos are there. The timeline is there. Okay? And I'm sure the cops here have their hands full everywhere. All right, and we can't have a cop in front of every bodega, in every cab. It's impossible. But it did take some time for help to come. And the kid passed away inside the bodega, in front of the counter, on the floor, next to a mother with a child. And it's terrible. Any other questions? Thank you. Have a great day. We don't, that's under investigation, and I hope these people get caught. And anyone that could give us information, we will write you a check, $5,000 per incident. So let's make this happen. We need this community to tell us who these guys were, because if they were fighting here, I'm sure that they're from this community as well. So someone should come out, speak up, and bring some relief to Jacob's parents. Bring them some relief. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.